Hey, we're going to do a small review of the Black Rooster Audio VPRE 73, the Silk Edition. I've got a vocal track and acoustic guitar track that were recorded live, and a set of drums that's just a kick, snare, and overheads. On the acoustic guitar is an Octava MK319 through a Focusrite Scarlett preamp. The vocal track was recorded with just a SM58 through a Focusrite preamp. The drum tracks is an AKG D112 on the kick, a 58 on the snare, that's all I had, and V67G MXL mics on the overheads. And we're gonna see what this preamp will do. It makes a giant difference in tone. Okay, so first, this is the vocal soloed.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw me back to you. I'm sure you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Okay, and I've already taken the time to kind of dial in a little bit of sound on this VPRE. This is the sound of the vocal by itself. And remember, there's a lot of bleed from the guitar, so it is what it is. It was a live recording.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw me back to you. I'm sure you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Okay, so you see there's quite a bit of difference. Most of the difference comes in volume, but there's a huge color difference too. Here's the same take, this time with the guitar added, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on the VPRE for that too. So this is what the take sounds like without the VPRE on both tracks, the acoustic and the vocal.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw me back to you. I'm sure you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Alright, and here's both tracks with the VPRE.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw me back to you. I'm sure you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Okay, it's a pretty noticeable difference in color and clarity, but what really blew my mind was what it sounds like on drums. Okay, this is I think it's a set of Yamahas, and this is completely no EQ, no compression, anything. This is just straight mics. This is no anything, no effects at all, without the VPRE. Okay, and again, that's just straight. Here's what the kick drum sounds like with the VPRE. Alright, now you may think, well, that sounds like garbage, and it kind of does by itself. Here's the snare. Once you hear it in context of the mix with the overheads and everything, it sounds amazing. Alright, here's the snare. Alright, and the snare with the VPRE. Okay, it sounds great. This is the overheads without any color, no VPRE. Okay, and I'm going to turn the VPRE on for the overheads, but you really can't distinguish a lot just with the overheads. So I'm going to go ahead and play the whole mix of the drum set with the VPRE turned on. And wow, what a difference! Actually, let me play it first without. This is the mix of the drums without the VPRE. Alright, and now this is the mix with the VPRE for the drums. Alright, to me that is a mind-blowing amount of clarity and punch that it didn't have, and it's got this certain analog quality about it that's just kind of cool. And to take it a step further, I went ahead and put another pre-73 in the master bus just to see what it would do overall for the mix. and this is probably going to take some playing around with, but let's see what it sounds like. And I'm sure my drummer's going to kill me because I heard that missed note there in the middle. But I think it sounds amazing, just what it does, and it's so simple. All right, you can really crunch the mix to death and get a lot of distortion and stuff out of it too if you really want to. The only thing that I find odd about the situation with this plugin is I thought it would be kind of like a CLA 2A or something where you hit the input really hard, the gain section, and the trim wouldn't matter. But really, you get the same amount of crunch and distortion or color from both the trim and the gain functions. Overall, I think it's a great plugin, and it sounds great. It's super cheap. Adios.